Hello there. I'm just trying to, you know, say a few things about leadership. Sometimes, like we've had so many leadership definitions. We've had something like leadership is one leading and someone following. We heard that everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything, so, we have all kinds of things about leadership. But there's a mystery that I wrote about recently, and some person said, "Will you just teach briefly on it?" That's what I want to do now. You know, in life itself has a lot of mystery to it. Your job is to decode life. That's why the wise king of Israel, one time king of Israel, wise King Solomon, he says in Proverbs chapter 6, go to the ant. There's something called anthology. Just go to the ant and learn a friend of mine calls it uh, anthosophy or something, the philosophy of ants. And I have stayed with ants and I've learned like about 16 or 18 different things just studying the ants. So you can learn from life. So here we are, and we are confronted with a man who who is a leader and has a big challenge. How do you solve your leadership challenge? How do you have, or maybe a sort of a fault, inadequacies in an area of your leadership? Sometimes in leadership, it is not your ability to develop strength in every area that makes you a good leader. It's not what counts. It is your willingness to identify your weakness and then empower other people to take that weakness, other people who are gifted and who are empowered, who have the capacity to manage that area to fill in that space. So God calls Moses and he says, I'm sending you to go and bring out the children of Israel from Egypt. And Moses complains, I'm a stammerer. I can't talk. If you have lived with a stammerer, if you suffer from one, you know it can be very, very tasking. They don't want to do that. They just have that issue, that challenge. And the stutterer was complaining to God, I can't communicate. How am I going to lead over 3 million people? How am I going to bring them out? How am I going to communicate? Who's going to listen? And I'm going to stand before a world leader. Egypt was the established kingdom that people go to. Nations went there to take food, to do this in terms of farming, to develop, to learn. The architecture was sound. As at the days of Joseph, of Jacob, it was embalmed for 40 days. These were the guys. It was Egypt that we had algebra started from all that. Is that algebra? A lot of mathematical things came in from there. Science, medicine. These guys were established, and now you are sending me to go meet their leader and tell their leader, "Oh, God has appeared to me." They will throw me out. And don't forget, this guy was also a fugitive of the same country. So now you're asking me to go there and I'm not able to speak. And God said, who made your mouth? Who made you and made your mouth? Oh, yes, Lord, it's you. It's okay. Don't worry about that. Your brother Aaron is coming to look for you. I don't want to go into the miracle of, destiny trajectory. I don't want to go into how they met and all that. But your brother is a good talker. He's an orator. He will speak for you. If it takes you 10 hours to deliver, in 1 hour he will deliver everything. So don't worry, your brother will come in. What's the message there? Aaron assumed leadership under the responsibility of, of speaking on behalf of Moses. In other words, Moses' weakness became Aaron's assignment. It became his life mission. A good leader will spot people that are and talents, gifts and talents that can fill in his own weakness. If you are not a people person, you are not very relational. Do you have people who can play that relationship role in your life? If you are not a person who is gifted in communication, do you have people who can talk for you? You don't have to go blabbing around the camera. Just get some persons to talk for you and put into their mouth, put it into their hands what they need to say for you. And they will say it perfectly, and you look like a good leader, And so you see that Moses was willing to agree with God to say, I don't know how to talk. Let Aaron take the place. So Aaron's life mission was an offshoot of Moses' weakness. A leader must know when to give up his weakness and allow those who have strength to fill that area. If you're not good in counseling, don't try to counsel. If you're not good in something else, focus on what you are good at and raise leaders who can take that place. And so we see that Aaron assumed leadership responsibility uniquely centered around his strength to complement his leader, Moses. His leader's weakness paved way for him. Okay? The other side is this. When a leader releases, you see, the best way to use power is to give it away. When a leader relinquishes the area of his struggle to a man who is gifted in that area, then automatically he frees himself for higher responsibilities. God said to Moses, you will be a God to Pharaoh. Now, here am I. I'm God, you are my prophet. But now, I'm promoting you as a God to Pharaoh, and Aaron will be your prophet. That's what happens. When you relinquish your weakness and you are secure enough, because a lot of leaders are not secure. Insecurity. When you are secure enough to let those who are gifted, like Bezalel, like Holiab, people who were gifted, Moses got the template for the building of the tabernacle, but he never struggled to build it. Because God gave him the names of those who will build it, who are gifted in wisdom. He took the offering, he gave it to them, and they built it. The credit will come to you. You know, I'm not gifted in attending ceremonies. Some of you watching this might have had some things against me that I didn't come to ceremony. It's just a lot of struggle for me because I have to do a lot of things and I don't have enough time. And I want to be there. So I prefer sending gifts. My wife is good in that. She never forgets. If you tell her in January the 1st, you are married November 25th, on that month, she will remember. She will collect money, buy gifts, and she will be in attendance. I'm not. Now, she goes to do all that for me, and she will come back, and people calling me, thank you for the gift. She said, I don't even remember. I said, what is it? They say, oh, mommy came, and I said, okay. She comes back, I said, what happened? Somebody called me. I said, oh, did you forget they got married? I went there on your behalf. Oh, thank you very much. So it happens so much, or it has happened so much, and I've changed. When people call me, thank you so much. I said, never mind. Just thank God. Thank God. I don't even know what they're thanking me for. Then my wife comes back and I said, hey, madam, where did you go again today? Somebody was thanking me. He said, well, you forget everything. This person had a baby, or this one happened. When you let them fill in your weakness, you look like the good man. You look like an excellent man. You've created ministry for somebody, and then he's able to help you settle. I hope you learned something about leadership ministry.